Welcome back to 3 Idiots with Internet. I'm your host, Blake.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Sam coming at you on the Sam Cam.
So this is gonna be an interesting preview, but we're also gonna talk about the game that went on this afternoon, and that was the Steelers-Ravens game. Blake, let's talk about the fantasy picks we saw in this game.
Yes, the Steelers-Ravens game, we saw one person stand out, James Washington. He had a very clutch third down catch, and it seems to me that Ben Roethlisberger trusts James Washington. The fact that he threw that in a situation where he was triple covered, and he still went up and grabbed it, so it shows that they trust each other, and you can see more of that in the future.
James Washington is a guy that you don't see much, but in these situations when you have Marlon Humphrey and you have Marcus Peters on guys like Juju Deontay and Claypool, when you have situations like that, having a guy like Washington in those situations is huge for that. And he's very reliable, has great hands, has an insane vertical. He's very fast. He's a good fourth receiver in this league. He's fantastic.
Absolutely.
So unfortunately, Bud Dupree has torn his ACL and will miss the rest of the year. His replacement it's a huge loss for the Steelers, but at the same time, it's not a huge loss. He will not be a Pittsburgh Steeler next year, due to their salary cap. But Alex Highsmith, the third rounder from this year, who has shown very good, has shown amazing stuff. 3 sacks already on the year, and a interception off to Lamar Jackson. So I'm excited to see what we see from him.
And because of COVID, a couple of big guys coming out that were out because of COVID. Of course, DeForest Buckner out because of COVID. Especially, was he out for COVID last week too?
No, he's not, just this week.
Okay, and of course, Stephon Tuitt, big loss for the Steelers this week, but they still come out with the win.
Yep.
And of course, James Conner. Will Tuitt and Conner be back? They needed James Conner. It just showed.
They missed Conner a lot.
You can say whatever you want about their run, but they needed Conner today because it just showed how much of a great running back he is.
Snell and McFarland are not there yet. They will develop into being there, but Conner is still that workhorse, and they need him. And especially missing a guy like Pouncey, I feel like that was a huge loss for the Steelers this morning. But we'll see. He'll probably be back next week. He was deemed close contact this morning with somebody, but the NFL did a great job of doing that. So with this game, what we saw is the Ravens get lucky on the touchdowns almost. They had a fumble inside the 10-yard line after Ray McLeod unfortunately had a very, very uncharacteristic mistake, dropping a fumble.
Dropping a
punt, fumbling it, recovered by the Ravens, and that gave them an easy touchdown inside the 10. And their other touchdown was a very big mistake by Joe Hayden, trying to cut off the pass, which is a very un-Joe Hayden-like mistake, causing Trace McSorley, the legend himself, to get his first NFL touchdown.
70 yards, best passer rating in the league ever, minimum 6 attempts. Just saying. Look at the numbers.
But seeing that, I think that the Steelers are 100% fine. Even missing the Bud Dupree. It's the drops too. Ebron and Deontay had some big drops.
Wide receivers were not at their best clearly today.
Juju and Washington were there. Ebron had some huge catches. Let that be known. Claypool was used when he was needed, but Deontay no hands today. Ebron moments he had no hands, but they'll work on it. Mike Tom will be all over it all in the week, and despite having those drops, both guys had great games.
Very sloppy from both teams, though.
Yes.
Lot of turnovers in the first
COVID stuff
quarter,
that the teams, the COVID stuff the teams are having, and everything going on. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So this week, game recaps. Steelers, not really a game previews.
Game previews.
Steelers play the Washington football team, and honestly, Chris thinks this is going to be closer than most people.
I agree with him. I think it's
I
going to be close.
I'm going to take back that statement after today's game. The way the Steelers played down to their competition, they're going to come up very fiery after losing Bud Dupree. Now they're on the routine. They're on a regular routine going into the week now. I
wouldn't say it's regular. They're starting their new practice on Thursday.
Right, but they're playing on Monday. I think it's pretty standard. They're not pushing back. They know when they're playing this time. They know when the game is, and I think they're going to come out fiery and they're going to come out ready, fixing these vital mistakes. And I think we'll see a
the Steelers wide receivers you're going to need to catch the football because they're sure is not going to be able to run the football against this Washington front. and I can really see him getting stopped on the run. It's going to force Big Ben in this offense to throw the ball downfield because that's where Washington's defense is lacking is the secondary.
Yep. And I think that it's going to be closer than it should be. Honestly, with an 11-0 team, it's definitely going to be closer than it should be. But I think Steelers come out with the win.
Yep. Jets Raiders, not even a question.
Pretty
even
easy.
after the pummeling loss, very interesting loss to the Falcons. The Raiders will win this game. Saints Falcons. Going back on that, Saints will. This seems to be closer than we think with Taysom Hill. I
I
think.
disagree.
Yeah, I get.
Oh,
Actually, because the Falcons are coming off a huge win this week,
They got
like
momentum.
basically shutting out the Raiders. But once again, the Saints are the Saints, and
Yep.
they're still playing top tier. Alvin Kamara has been falling off a little bit, which most people assumed when Michael Thomas would come back
Yeah.
that would happen. The load would come off of Alvin Kamara a little bit.
The thing is, you know what's happening with Taysom Hill, especially in the red zone. He just goes off the tackle into the end zone to the right side. But the thing is, you can't stop it.
Mhm.
So
And the other thing, I can see their coaching Sean Payton
Trading.
easily switching up this
You have
offense.
Deion Jones too. It's gonna be interesting. Next we got Browns Titans. This is gonna be an interesting game.
It's a big game.
I do.
For both of them.
If the Titans win this game, the Steelers will clinch the division pending a victory. But I feel like this game's gonna be way closer than people think. I could see the Browns winning this game.
Me too. I can see. Well, the other thing about this Browns defense is very good on secondary and up front. And as long as Myles Garrett is in, I don't see the Titans running game as successful as it is. I can see like doing like they do against the Steelers, basically getting held under 100 yards easily. And I think the pass is going to be tough against their secondary. Is all their secondary guys back?
I believe
Yeah.
If they're all back, then yeah, it's going to be a struggle. But I'm
Denzel Ward might win this next game.
That's going to be a
That's
big
big.
loss. That's a huge loss.
Yep.
But I can see the Browns winning this game.
Next we got Bills 49ers. Sam, what do you think is gonna
so.
go?
I think that the Bills are going to take this one, even though the 49ers looked really hot against the Rams with Raheem Mostert back. I think that the Bills' offense is too high-powered, and the defense will have the ability to stop Nick Mullins.
Mhm.
So I think the Bills are going to take this one.
Again, another game that could be closer than we think.
Mhm.
But on to Colts Texans, one that'll be a little more separated.
Oh, yeah.
Colts, I think it's not even a question they'll win this game. Next we got Dolphins Bengals. Obviously the winner here is gonna be the Dolphins.
Yes.
Lions
Dolphins are hot.
Bears. Shit show right here.
This is terrible divisional game. Me personally, I'm gonna take the Lions on this one. The Bears are just bad.
Yep.
They're just bad.
I'll
They're
take
playing,
Lions.
and for fantasy wise, if you want to talk fantasy, a good thing about the Bears, David Montgomery, if you have him, Lions defense is terrible. And expect a big day from David Montgomery or any of the offensive guys in the Bears, but I still don't see him winning.
Do the Lions have a head coach?
Current, I have no idea.
Because Patricia got fired.
Yeah,
So did their general manager.
I would assume it's probably like one of the offensive coordinators or defensive coordinators.
Hopefully.
Mhm.
Jags Vikings next. Both running backs are gonna have a game.
Oh, yeah.
Robinson and Cook.
Mhm.
But I think Vikings take it.
Me too.
I'm taking Vikings. on
The
this one.
Vikings. The Jaguars are everywhere with their QBs right now.
Yeah.
They're trying to feel the waters, shut the waters, and see what they have,
Mhm.
and see what they need. And I think what they need is Justin Fields.
Yep.
Next we have the Ravens Cowboys. Ravens will definitely win here.
Mhm.
They showed how well coached they were today too.
Yeah,
How well coached. Harbaugh just knows the Steelers too. At the end of the day, that's another thing. But the Ravens are still very well coached with Harbaugh, and even if maybe they'll have some COVID people, but at the end of the day, they will win this game.
Yep. And with Lamar back as well.
Yep.
Easy win.
Oh.
Next we got Giants Seahawks.
not even a question.
Not a question. I still think it could either be a complete blowout or a very close game.
They might be
It's
without
going to
Daniel
be
Jones.
one of the
They might be
two.
without Daniel
They
Jones.
are out with Daniel Jones.
Oh,
Colt
they are?
McCoy
Okay,
starting.
yeah, blowout.
I think it's gonna be a blowout. Colt McCoy's got nothing left in the tank. Sorry, Kaz, you hate to hear it, but
Pats
he's
Chargers, boys. What's going to happen here?
Chargers choke.
I'm taking. I'm a Patriots. I'm taking the Pats easily. I'm not saying not easily,
No.
but it seems to be a
Taking
close
the
game.
Pats.
It's gonna be a
Coming
close
off-
game as usual with New England.
Coming off the Cardinals win as well.
Mhm.
That's huge for us.
Huge win.
But I think-
Broncos. Oh, you want to say
Oh,
something?
yeah, I was gonna say Chargers are gonna keep it close as they always do
Mhm.
against virtually every team. But I really hope the Patriots come out on top.
I think Justin Herbert will have a very off day this week
I hope.
because the Patriots
Against their
defense.
secondary.
because the Patriots defense is kind of hot right now. Of course, J.C. Jackson, Jonathan Jones, Stephon Gilmore playing amazing against DeAndre Hopkins as he usually does. Sorry, all you Cardinals or Houston fans out there, but DeAndre Hopkins, he's good. Gilmore's better.
Gilly Lock.
Gilly Lock.
All right, next we got the Broncos Chiefs. Ooh, Chiefs are gonna win it by a mile.
This is gonna
Just
be
saying.
Mahomes gonna have another 400+ yard day, easily.
And then finally we got the Eagles Packers.
Packers will definitely.
Yeah, Packers are
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm just thinking about the Eagles quarterback situation.
Yeah,
I
the
think
Eagles-
Hurts will finally get his
Hurts,
first real chance here.
Yeah, I would love to see Jalen Hurts start easily, but Packers are easily gonna win.
Game of the week.
Rams Cardinals.
Sam, talk about it.
All right, so Rams tough loss to the Niners. Cardinals tough loss to the Patriots. I think that if the Rams can stop Kyler from running, he's not that MVP caliber quarterback anymore. Because the thing with
Mahomes.
Kyler, he can run and throw, but the reason he can throw is because people are scared of him running.
Mhm.
If you know you've got him locked down on the run,
Good luck.
he won't be able to throw very
They
well.
will. You gotta remember who they're playing against. Aaron Donald.
Jalen Ramsey versus DeAndre Hopkins.
That's a matchup. I think
Ooh.
DeAndre Hopkins will shut him. I think DeAndre Hopkins is gonna go off.
Me too.
It's.
Not off, but I think he'll have a
I think he's gonna have
better
100+
game.
yards.
It's more with Stephon Gilmore now.
Yeah.
To face one of the dogs.
Too great. But me personally, this is a big game for both teams because they both need this win.
Facts.
Whoever team loses, I don't think is making the playoffs anymore because
Oh yeah. It's
because
true. This
both
is
of them-
playoff. This playoff.
are they both 6-4?
6-5.
6-5. The Cardinals are 6-5.
Yes.
Are they both 6-5? But whatever it is, whoever loses, they're definitely not making the
Yeah.
playoffs with in the NFC, especially in the NFC, especially that.
Yep.
That's all we got for you guys today. If you did enjoy, like, subscribe, comment down below any ideas you have for us.